Hello everybody, in today's episode we'll be celebrating 1.5 million followers on TikTok. I'll be giving you updates on the video game tournament. I'll be telling you all about our shenanigans on Discord with like Among Us and other games. And we will be talking about habits and superstitions I have, and you also shared some of yours. So the Merc will be taking it away with the intro, and welcome back to the School of Hope.
You love me, how the tables turn, that's funny. Everybody wants a feature now that I'm making this money. Yeah, I ain't wanna put in work, fall face first into the earth. Fell 20 times the dirt, get back up till your feet hurt. And bleed into blood is the color of
And we are back, everybody. Welcome back to the School of Hope. We are on episode 39. It's a new week. Man, a lot has happened in the past few days. I am aware that I haven't uploaded a tutorial on Friday. I am working on well, it's kind of less of a tutorial, more of a, I guess, guide how I got to 1.5 million followers on TikTok. But I'm not an expert. I'm just gonna share my experience with how I got from whenever I started, which was pretty much a year ago, to where I am at right now. But that video will probably be online tomorrow, so on Tuesday when you're listening to this. But yeah, as I said, it's less of a tutorial, more of a like looking back on what has happened for me and what has worked for me, and maybe some things that you can implement into your TikTok if you're doing TikTok, or if you're just interested in how I did all of this. But yeah, so much for that. And yes, we just hit 1.5 million followers on TikTok. Yeah, this one happened fast. I mean, I feel like a few weeks ago we hit 1 million followers, which was crazy. And then ever since we hit 1 million, it's just been rising so quickly. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much to everybody who's following me, to everybody who is watching my videos, who likes my videos. I say this every time, but I'm truly always amazed at how many people care for my content. I am incredibly blessed, and I'm just so happy that I get to entertain this many people. But yeah, this happened super quickly. And yeah, I hope I get to make more videos that you will hopefully enjoy. I know I don't want to get like repetitive. I never want people who follow me to ever get bored watching my videos. So I'm always trying to come up with new kinds of videos, new series. Currently, we're doing lots of Saitama and Goku. Before that, we did lots of Akatsuki. So it's always changing, and I'm always trying to come up with new content for you. But again, thank you so much. That really means a lot. What else has been happening? Oh yeah, so if you're watching this, you probably already know I have a Discord server. If you want to join my Discord, I will leave a link down in the description below. But I'm sure many of the people watching and listening to this are already in my Discord or have heard about it. But yeah, anyways, over the weekend we have started, or actually last week we started playing more and more games on my Discord, which is just a really fun way for me to be able to interact with everybody who's following me, who is on my Discord already. We played lots of Scribble last week, which is just a game where you basically get a word and then you have to draw it and the other people have to guess what it is. And then I also played Among Us for the first time. I know I'm late to the party, and I guess all the Among Us hype is pretty much over, but I've never played it before. It was so much fun, especially being an imposter is always so much more fun than like trying to figure out who the imposter is. But yeah, that was so much fun, and I'm sure we will play more games on the Discord. I'll try to make this like a weekly thing where we get together and we play like a game. And I'm not sure if it's always going to be, I think we're going to try to switch up the games we're playing, but it should be games that everybody is able to play. So it's not like we're going to start playing, I don't know, like some paid game that not everybody has. It's always going to be like really simple games that people can easily join. But yeah, I'm sure if you want to play with me, you just hop over on the Discord, and I think next week maybe we'll see, but maybe like Saturday again, we're gonna have time to play something. All right. Well, before we get into today's topic, let me give you updates on the video game tournament. For everybody who doesn't know, on my Instagram, I'm hosting a video game tournament, which is basically you gave me your favorite video game characters, and I have put them into a 32-man single elimination tournament bracket. I'm gonna leave the tournament tree below so you can see it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and like every 2 days you get to vote for your favorite characters in a match. So in the past 2 days, it was Scorpion from Mortal Kombat versus Steve from Minecraft, and Steve actually kicked Scorpion's butt. I don't know what the percentage was exactly. Let me try to pull that up. But yeah, that one was not even close. That was so funny to me that Scorpion didn't even stand a chance. And obviously, this is not like pure strength. Obviously, people are gonna be voting for their favorite characters. But yeah, Steve got 332 votes compared to 219 for Scorpion. And then the second match was Ryo from Street Fighter versus Dante from Devil May Cry. And I'm pretty sure Ryo won. Yeah, Ryo won with 318 votes compared to 181. So that all happened over the weekend. When you're watching this, the next 2 matches will be up, and they will be Solid Snake versus Doomslayer and Link from Zelda versus Cloud from Final Fantasy. And as soon as these 2 matches are done, our round 1 will be already over, and we're going to move over to round 2, and it's going to get more and more interesting, because we're going to have matches like Pikachu versus Kratos. We're going to have Slenderman versus Sonic. We have, what else do we have? We have Charizard versus Super Mario. So the tree is getting more and more condensed, and it's getting less and less predictable who's going to win. But so far, like, all the matches have been pretty one-sided, I want to say. Nothing has been incredibly close. I mean, the closest match we've had was Super Mario versus Jin Kazama. That was like 55% to 45. But other than that, it's been pretty one-sided, I would say. All right, so for today's episode, I thought we would talk about habits and superstitions, because I feel like I, for one, have lots of habits or superstitions that I don't really pay attention to, and I'm sure many of you have them too. So when I recorded this episode, I realized I asked the podcast question way too late, so not enough of you had the opportunity to send in their answer, so I don't have many submissions from you today. But when I think about my own habits and superstitions, let me actually give that a quick thought. So I think in general, I'm not too superstitious, or at least I try not to be. I used to be very, I would say, negative. I think I would always have a negative mindset in order to protect myself, because I never wanted to be disappointed going into a certain situation. I was always terribly afraid of trying out something new and failing. And then I always thought like I would look like an idiot to everybody else, when in reality, they didn't really care. Not in a bad way, just that I always felt like the opinion of other people was so much more important than it actually had to be to me. So yeah, that was definitely a habit of mine, that I was always expecting the worst in order not to get disappointed. And I always felt like that was a smart way for me to go into new situations, because that way, my expectations could only be exceeded because they were super low. But that also had the side effect that I was going into new situations with a already negative mindset. So I was more prone to failing, or just, I don't know, just not making the most out of a situation because I felt like I'm gonna fail anyways. So I wasn't even trying that hard. And yeah, it wasn't until much later, I think, that I was able to shake that, to realize that, you know, situations and life are unpredictable in general. And if I continue to go into a new situation with a negative mindset, just in order for me not to get disappointed, I am gonna get disappointed. Because I'm gonna keep failing. I'm gonna keep missing out on opportunities that I would have loved to take advantage of. But because I was so afraid of failing, I didn't. And that made me miss out on lots of, lots of fun, lots of cool opportunities, lots of, I don't know, just in general, opportunities, I guess. So now, whenever I go into a new situation, I always try to make the best out of whatever happens. Not everything is gonna go perfectly well, and things go sideways. I think that's life in general. But I feel like if I always try to make the best out of a certain situation, that's the most I can do, and that, I believe, is the key to happiness in life. Taking advantage of new opportunities and making the most out of them. And, if it doesn't work out in the way you have planned it out to be, that's totally fine. Things never work out as planned. But making the most out of a situation is incredibly important. Not only for you, but also for the people around you. Because you walking around with a negative mindset is going to infect other people with negativity as well. I believe that energy, like positive and negative, is incredibly infectious. And that sounds very spiritual, I guess, but I think it just comes down to it just comes down to us, like you in your friend circle or whatever, not being like a downer in general. There's too many reasons to be down in life, and we should not go around, carrying that with us. We should just try to make everybody's life happier in general. So yeah, that was a habit I was able to shake. What else is a habit I have? I don't know. I guess it's hard for me to like really observe a habit I have. I don't know. But about superstitions, I don't think I'm terribly superstitious. Now that I think of it, I'm not sure. I don't have like these preconceived things in my head that I'm afraid are gonna come true. So no, I don't believe I have many. But let me read some submissions I got from you. The first one I have is from Arsild, and one of his habits is to go jogging at 1 a.m. and that is crazy to me. Wow. I'm not sure why you go jogging at 1 a.m., but that is impressive to me. I used to go running, but that was always either in the morning or in the evening, but I never dare to go running like at night, like at 1 a.m. I think I would be afraid. I would be way too afraid. That could be a superstition. I guess being afraid of the dark. I'm not sure if that's a superstition. But I always felt like there was something in the dark. I was always terribly afraid of the dark in general, ever since I was a child. Let me actually, wait, now that I think of it, let me look up the definition for superstition. Excessively credulous belief in and reverence for the supernatural. Okay, so maybe that is being afraid of the darkness, because I was always terribly afraid that something was in the dark waiting for me. I don't know why. I don't know. I was never really able to shake that. Obviously, as I got older, I got used to it, and now it doesn't bother me anymore. But when I was little, I was terribly afraid of the dark, and I'm not sure why. Yeah, most of my friends really weren't. They had no issues sleeping in the dark. When I was younger, I always had to have a light on in my room. Even if it was just a small source of light, I always had to have something around me, and I always had to have like my room switch for the light right next to my bed. I always made sure that my bed was next to my light switch. So if, you know, when I was in bed and still reading, I didn't have to get out of bed to turn off my light and jump back into bed, because that would freak me out. So I always had to just reach out and, you know, turn off the light. But yeah, jogging at 1 a.m. is not something I would be able to do, just because I'm too afraid of the dark, I believe. Still, I don't think I could do that, but I think that is impressive. However, I also think that would kind of mess with your sleep schedule, would it not? Like jogging at 1 a.m., that would mean you'll get home at like 2 a.m., depending on how long you jog for. And then for you to just finally calm down and like shower and whatever would already be like 2:30, 45-ish, and you'll not be falling asleep until 3 a.m. So yeah, but that is really interesting. That's definitely not something I've ever heard. Although I do sometimes I see people running, like jogging, like doing sports at night. Which is kind of creepy, because whenever I go home from the train or whatever and I see someone running around, I always feel like they are either chasing somebody or being chased. So that always freaks me out. So maybe you're one of those people who keep freaking me out at night running around. And the last submission for today, as I told you, I don't have many today, and that was my bad, because I sent the story, the Instagram story, out way too late. But the second one is, I keep biting on my nails. And that's from Neptune. And yeah, that's her habit. Nail biting, I guess. Yeah, nail biting has never been like an issue for me. But I know lots of people that just do that because it gives them comfort, and it's just been something that helps them to deal with nervousness. Whenever I'm nervous, I guess I have this habit of, whenever I'm nervous, I'm usually pretty quiet. I don't say much. A habit I have, or I don't know if that's a habit, but the only time when I can eat is when I am perfectly calm. Like when I'm stressed or when I'm nervous, I cannot eat. I cannot eat a bite. And I know lots of people who eat in order to deal with stress. I've never been someone who's able to have any kind of hunger when they're stressed. I don't know. I just can't eat. Even if there's something I have to do, I would rather do that first before eating. Usually I eat very well at night, when I have everything done, when I can just finally relax. That's when I usually eat the best, and when I have the most hunger, I suppose, because I've not eaten much during the day. So because I know that, I try to eat breakfast, and I try to eat at night. But usually during the day, if there's something I have to do or something I have to get done, especially if it's something that I haven't done before and I don't know what to expect from whatever. It could be an exam or meeting new people or just doing something I'm not perfectly comfortable with. I cannot eat. Yeah, and that has been a problem for me because I would at night have incredible hunger or even stomach aches because I haven't eaten yet. But that's just because it's really hard for me. It's really tough for me to to relax or just to find time to eat. Like during school, for example, I would constantly be stressed and it would be very hard for me to eat. Like in the morning, I could not eat because I would have the school day in front of me. There were so many things I was afraid of in school. It could either be like an exam or just not being prepared well, or just school in general. There's so much in school that could freak you out, or freak me out at least. Being surrounded by other people, not having many friends. So yeah, it was tough for me to eat during school. So I would always eat when I came back from school, and then to this day, it's tough for me to, even though there's not much currently that is like freaking me out or making me nervous. Even just having stuff to do during the day, it keeps me from just sitting down, relaxing, and just being able to eat. So usually right now, because I'm doing so much with TikTok and whatever, I get all my filming done. And when that is all done, like when I'm done filming, like sun goes down here at 5:40 p.m. So usually I'm done at around 5:30, or I try to be, so I get enough sunlight in my camera. And then after I'm done filming, I eat. So I eat when I get up in the morning. I usually don't eat much for lunch, and then I eat when I'm done with my filming, because that's when I can finally relax. When I feel like, okay, I've done all my filming. There's nothing more I have to do besides editing. So I usually eat after I'm filming or while I'm editing. And then after I'm done with all my edits and after I'm done, uploading and whatever, I also eat. Like pretty much I eat the entire evening. That's when I finally get to relax. During the day, I honestly don't eat much. So that is definitely a habit of mine. But yeah, back to Neptune. Yeah, no, biting nails has never been an issue for me personally. Even though I do understand that, and I know lots of people who do that as well. It's just like a nervous tick, I suppose, for many people. Not that, biting my nails has ever helped me, but I can see how it can help you. I used to have lots of weird habits. Like I used to, what did I have? What kind of habits did I have? I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, I can't really think of it. Well, I guess a habit of mine was that I would always be very wary of how long my nails were. Like thinking of like biting your nails. I would always be really terrified of me breaking my nails. So like grabbing something and then my nails would splint. And even though that's not like a bad thing, I would always be terribly afraid of that happening without any, I guess, reason. So I always made sure that my nails were very short, so that they cannot break. Because I would always have this, I don't know, just this, I would just be afraid of like long nails in general and them breaking. I would always be terribly afraid if I saw long nails on like a girl, for example, because I would always think, okay, one wrong move and your nail is gonna splint. Yeah, that would always scare me, but yeah, that hasn't bothered me as much anymore. Yeah, I guess in terms of superstitions, I don't have much more, I suppose. Even though it's not that I don't believe in, spiritual stuff and whatever. I just try to stay away from it because I don't know much about it and I don't want to mess with it. I don't want anything to like backfire on me, if you know what I mean. So I try to stay away from everything spiritual, from like reading cards or like horoscopes or anything, just because I feel like there could be something to it, and I don't want to provoke anything. So I stay away from it. So I guess that could be my superstitions, just being afraid of, or just not knowing what could be, because I do believe there's lots out there that we still don't know, in terms of like spirituality and just other dimensions, for example. I know nothing about it, but I do think there is a lot that we have still to discover. And honestly, I just try to stay away from it as much as possible. But all right, so this pretty much wraps up our today's episode. So when you're watching this, it's gonna be a Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. And tomorrow on Tuesday, I'm gonna be uploading my like TikTok journey video on YouTube, and then you will hear back from me on Wednesday with a podcast, and I will try to upload a YouTube tutorial, like a proper editing tutorial, again on Friday. I'll see what I can do. But that is the plan for this week. Other than that, I obviously be uploading videos on TikTok, and we'll see how this week shakes out. I mean, I can't believe, I feel like lately these weeks, or just in general, time just moves so fast for me. I feel like this weekend has just started and it's already over. And now that a new week is starting, I feel like it's going to be Friday before I blink. So to everybody, I hope you have a very successful week. I wish you a great start to the week. Happy Monday. As I said, keep smiling, stay awesome, and I'll see you on Wednesday.
Now you love me, how the tables turn, that's funny. Everybody wants a feature now that I'm making this money. I ain't wanna put in work, fall face first into the earth. Fell 20 times, eat dirt, get back up till your feet hurt. And bleed into blood is the color of every t-shirt. I've been working, matter of fact, no, I've been learning. Better run myself, surround my energy with purpose. I worked hard to get these gains, I never